ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितमेन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देगं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सखगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पदे गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वरा परम कृष्णा सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादि गोविंदा सर्व कारण कारणम। हरे कृष्ण। By the mercy of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, by the costless mercy of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, we are successfully studying Bhagavad Gita every day, and we finished in the 10th chapter. We finished 18 slokas in the 10th chapter. So Krishna is teaching us in this 10th chapter. In the first 11 slokas, Krishna gave us the knowledge about himself even more. And now from starting from the 12th sloka to 18th sloka, so basically Arjuna is asking Krishna in these 7 slokas, Arjuna is actually asking Krishna to tell more about himself, about his vibhuti, about Krishna's opulences. So that way, by Krishna's causeless mercy, by Arjuna's questions, we are now going to know, we are going to understand more about Krishna, Krishna's vibhuti, Krishna's opulence. Because Krishna said that Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattaga sarvam pravartate. I am the source of everything, everything emanates from me. So that one point we need to understand very well, and we need to understand very well in the sense that we need to understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. So there is no need for any confusion or question and all such things. When we just take it, all the slokas, what Krishna says as it is, when we just accept, like Arjuna did it, Sarvametat Ritam Manye, Yanmam Vadasi Kesava. Oh Kesava, what all you said, I completely accept them as truth. So if we also accept whatever Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita completely, so that means we need to accept without any doubt that Krishna is the Supreme Person. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If we have that knowledge from Bhagavad Gita, so if we accept, if we understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so then we should just listen to him. That's it. That's it. If we just understand, if we realize that Krishna is Purushottama, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna is this Bhagavan, so then just listen to what he says. That's it. Just understand this Bhagavad Gita fully and listen to what Krishna says. Listening to Krishna means just acting as per his instructions, just doing what he wants us to do. That's it. Because Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita, is giving us guidelines, directions, instructions, everything to do our duties every day. to act so that we can free ourselves from this material bondage. So this Bhagavad Gita is the weapon of knowledge. It is the fire of knowledge, this Bhagavad Gita. With the fire of knowledge, we should be able to burn all the reactions to our actions. Yataidamsi samittognihi bhasmasat kurute arjuna jnanagni tagda karmanam bhasmasat kurute tata. So the burning fire, the blazing fire, which burns the forest into ashes, the firewood into ashes. So similarly, the fire of knowledge, this Bhagavad Gita, will burn all our reactions into ashes. That's it. So that way, whatever we do, it's not going to bind us. It's not going to affect us. That means there are no sins. So all the sins will be burnt. That's why Jnanagni Tagda Karmanam Bhasmasat Kurute Tata. So Krishna is using this word Tagda. Tagda means it is the burning. So this Jnanagni, this fire of knowledge. So with the fire of knowledge, we should be able to burn everything. So that's what Krishna is teaching. Even in the fourth sloka also, Krishna is using this word, same Tagda Karman. So that's what he says. So, Yasya Sarve Samarambhaga Kama Sankalpa Varjitaga Jnanagni Tagda Karmanam Bas Tagda Karmanam Tamahuhu Panditam Buddha. So that same line, Jnanagni Tagda Karmanam. So Krishna is using in the fourth chapter, towards the end also we studied, Yathaidamsi Samittognihi Basmasat Kurute Arjuna Jnanagni Tagda Karmanam Basmasat Kurute Tata. That's what Krishna is teaching. So that is in the fourth chapter, in the towards the end. So that is the sloka number 37. So the same word Tagda Karmanam, Jnanagni. So here Krishna is using Jnanagni Sarva Karmani, not Tagda Karmanam, Jnanagni Sarva Karmani. So that's what Krishna is using the word in the 37th sloka, in the fourth chapter. That is, as a blazing fire turns firewood to ashes, O Arjuna, so does the fire of knowledge burn to ashes all the reactions to material activities. So that's why Jnanagni Sarva Karmani Bhasmasat Kurute Tata. So here Krishna is using in the same fourth chapter, in the sloka number 19, Krishna is saying that Yasya Sarve Samarambhaga Kama Sankalpa Varjitaga Jnanagni Tagda Karmanam Tamahuhu Panditam Buddha. So in all activities, Yasya Sarve Samarambhaga. So one who performs with equally. Samarambhaga means one who executes without any attachment to the results, not affected by the results. So that's why Samarambhaga Kama Sankalpa Varjitaga. So one who is freed from all kinds of desires. That's what Kama Sankalpa Varjitaga. So at that point of time, Jnanagni Tagda Karmanam. So with the fire of knowledge, we'll be able to burn everything, all the reactions into ashes. So that way, this Bhagavad Gita is the fire of knowledge. This Bhagavad Gita is the weapon of knowledge also. Krishna is also using that word. This Bhagavad Gita is the weapon of knowledge. So it is Jnanasi Natmanag. So it is the weapon of knowledge. That's what Krishna is using. So in the same 9th chapter, so Krishna is using that it is it's the weapon of knowledge. So Tasmat Ajnana Sambhutam Hritastam Jnana Sinatmanaga Chitvainam Samsayam Yogam Atisto Tista Bharata. That's what Krishna is saying. So this Jnana, this jnana, this knowledge is jnanasin atmanaga, means it's the weapon of knowledge with which you can destroy all your doubts. You can slash all your doubts. Chitvainam samsayam yogam. So then you can actually yogam atisto tista bharata. You can establish yourselves in yoga and get up and fight. That's what Krishna is saying there. Yoga sanyasta karmanam jnana sanchinna samsayam atma bandau na karmani nibagnanti dhananjaya. Yoga sanyasta karmanam. So if we renounce all the activities due to ourselves, elevating ourselves to the yoga status, that's what yoga sanyasta karmanam. So that means we are not attached to the results. We are not affected by the results. So whatever the results are, they are not going to affect us. With the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we do everything for Krishna without having any attachment to the results. So just do it for the sake of doing. That means do it for pleasing Krishna. So if we do like that, yoga sanyasta karmanam jnana sanchinna samsayam. Jnana sanchinna samsayam means our doubts should be destroyed with knowledge. That's what jnana sanchinna samsayam. Atmavantam. Atmavantam means one who is established himself, established within ourselves. That's what Atmavantam. Na karmani nibandhanandi dhananjaya. No activity is going to bind us. None of our activities are going to bind us. That's what na karmani nibandhanandi dhananjaya. That's what Krishna is saying there. So that way, this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is very, very important. So if we get this knowledge, we are getting this knowledge by Krishna's mercy. If you understand this knowledge fully and apply this knowledge in our life, in each and every activity, so then we are going to burn all the reactions into ashes. No reaction is going to bind us. So that means we will be completely freed from this material veil, material bondage. How nice it will be at the time of death if you don't have any connections with this world. Because anyhow, as I always say in our lectures every day, anyhow we will be kicked out of this world. Anyhow we will be forced to ditch everything in this world. We will be completely disconnected from this world. There is no doubt about it. But if we are able to do that before our death, anyhow at the time of death, everything is going to be completely gone. That's it. Everything, all our connections in this world will be completely over. That's it. That is the fact. But before that happens, by force, at the time of death, if we are able to get this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, if we are able to disconnect ourselves from this material world completely with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, by fully connecting ourselves with Krishna, that means we are not going to come back again to this world. We are not going to take another birth and we are not going to die again. We are not going to suffer. We are not going to struggle. We will go to Krishna's world, Goloka, and enjoy there forever without any worries, no problems. All the time it is full of enjoyment in Krishna's abode. Sukhalayam, Sukasya tasya Brahmano hi pratishtaham amritasya avyayasya cha sasvatasya cha dharmasya sukasya kanti tasya cha. So that is Krishna's world. So if we are able to disconnect ourselves from this material world, we don't have to wait until the time of death. That's going to happen depending upon our age. It's only a matter of decades. That's it. The person who is in the middle age, so that means already 50% of the life is over. So then another few decades, maybe 3 decades or 4 decades or maximum 5 decades, all such things. But we will be finished. We will be gone. We will be completely disconnected from this world. We will be forced out of this material body. We will be kicked out of this material body. So at that, before that, if we ourselves are ready to leave, we don't have to wait death to come and separate us from this material world. We should ourselves separate ourselves from this material bondage, all our attachments to this material world, with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So that's why Krishna is saying that Kama Sankalpa Varjitaha, free from all kinds of desires. So Chitvainam Samsayam. So Jnanasinatmanaga. So with the weapon of knowledge, we should cut all our attachments. We should cut all our doubts. We should destroy. Asanga Sastrena Dridena Chitva. With the weapon of detachment, we should cut very strongly. Asanga Sastrena Dridena Chitva. Then we should seek the place. Having gone, we will not come back again here. Tatat padam tat parimargitavyam yasmin gatha nanivartanti bhuyaga. Yasmin gatha nanivartanti bhuyaga. Having gone there, we will not come back again to this material world. So we should aim to go to that place. That is Krishna's well. So that is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna's place, Goloka. So that is the effect of understanding this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. If you understand this Bhagavad Gita, then we are going to gain Krishna's abode. We are going to be with Krishna. We will no longer be forced to accept this temporary, miserable material body, this material life. There is no need for us to come back and again struggle and suffer, and there is no need at all. So that way, this body is a perfect machine. It's yantra. Yantra means it's a machine. Yantra rudani maya. So, Isvara sarvabhutanam hridade sarjuna tisthati brahmayan sarvabhutani yantra rudani maya. So, this is a machine. We need to effectively make use of this machine to go to Krishna's will. That means we need to start disconnecting ourselves from this temporary miserable world, from everything. That is possible only by knowing about Krishna, by falling in love with Krishna, by remembering Krishna, 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 Krishna. All the time our life is full of Krishna, Krishna consciousness. So only that way only we will be able to forget this material world. We need to forget. We need forgetfulness. That has to come from Krishna. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that from me comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. So we need remembrance to remember Krishna, and we need forgetfulness to forget this material world, and we need, of course, the knowledge about Krishna so that we can fall in love with Krishna. That's what we are getting right now. Every day we are getting this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. This is a very rare opportunity, extremely rare opportunity. Getting a human body, that itself is very rare. And after getting this human body, now we are able to study Bhagavad Gita every day, and we are able to make continuous progress, and we are able to understand exactly what Krishna is teaching us. Exactly. Each and every sloka, each and every word. So exactly we are understanding the way Krishna is teaching us in Bhagavad Gita. We are not deviating little bit this way or that way. We are completely on the topic. Only Bhagavad Gita only. Because Krishna is interacting with us. Krishna is talking to us. In this Bhagavad Gita, we are getting ourselves connected to Krishna by studying this Bhagavad Gita. That's why Arjuna is asking even more and more questions for us. Because when Krishna said in those 11 slokas in the 10th chapter about his opulence, then immediately Arjuna started talking. Arjuna Bhuvacha Param Brahma Param Dama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Saswatam Divyam Adidevam Ajam Vibhum Agugustvam Risayagas Sarve Devarishirnaradas Asito Devalo Vyasaga Swayam Chaiva Bravisime. You are Param Brahma, you are Parandama, you are the Supreme Brahman, you are the Supreme Abode, Supreme Refuge, Parandama. Pavitram Paramam Bhavan, you are the divine, the purest person. Pavitram Paramam Bhavan. Purusham Saswatam Divyam Adi Devam Ajam Vibhum. You are the divine transcendental person. You are the beginning of everything. Adi Devam. You are unborn. I've heard about you from everyone. All the sages have mentioned about you, have told about you, explained about you, including Devarishir, Narada, Asito, Devala, Vyasa. Now you yourself are explaining to me. So I completely accept what all you said, Krishna. Sarvametat ritam manye yanmam vadasi kesava. Nahite bhagavan vyaktim vidurdevaha na danavaha. So no one can understand you fully. So only you can understand yourself. Swayam yevatmanatmanam vetatvam purushottama bhuta bhavana bhutesha devadeva jagatpati. So only you yourself know about you. You are the Lord of the Lords. You are the Lord of the universe. You are the Lord of the beings. You are everything, Krishna. Only you know about yourself. That's what Arjuna says that Swayam Yevatmanatmanam Vetatvam Purushottam. Vaktumarhasi Ase Sena Divyahi Atma Vibhudayaga Yabir Vibhudibir Lokani Mamstvam Vyapyatistasi. Now I want to know in detail. Vaktumarhasi Ase Sena about your divine opulences. Divyahi Atma Vibhudayagam. Yabir Vibhudibir Lokanimam Swam Vyapyatistasi. So, I want to know your divine opulences by which you pervade all these wells. Yabir Vibhudibir Lokanimam Swam Vyapyatistasi. Katham Vidyamaham Yogims Tvam Sada Parichintayan Kesu Kesu Chapavesu Chintyosi Bhagavan Maya. Oh Yogi, oh Bhagavan, Katham Vidyaham Yogim Tvam Sada Parichintayan. How I can constantly think of you, think about you. So Katham Vidyaham Yogim Tvam Sada Parichintayan. Kesu Kesu Chabavesu Chintyosi Bhagavan Maya. O Bhagavan, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, in what various forms I can remember you. Kesu Kesu Chabavesu Chintyosi Bhagavan Maya. Then in this sloka 18, what we studied, Arjuna told Krishna, Vistarenatmano yogo vibhudim cha janardana bhuyaga kataya triptirhi sunvato nasti meyamirtham. So there is no end. Vistarenatmano yogo vibhudim cha janardana. O Janardana, I want to hear in detail. Vistarenatma. I want to know about you in detail. I want to know everything. You please tell me everything about you. Vistarenatmano yogam vibhudim cha janardana. Bhuyaga kataya triptirgi, shunvato nasti me amritam. So to hear about you, to my satisfaction, I don't see anything else is nectar other than this. I don't see. Sunvato nasti me amritam. Just to hear about you only brings me so much happiness. As Krishna said in the 9th sloka in the 10th chapter, Machitta madgata prana bodhayantaga parasparam kadayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. So, always thinking about me, dedicating their lives unto me, my devotees, they enlighten one another by conversing about me, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss. So that's what Arjuna is asking Krishna, that you please tell me about you. I want to hear from you directly. So now in the 19th sloka in the 10th chapter, now Sri Bhagavan, Krishna is now started answering Arjuna's questions. Arjuna is asking all these things about everything about his opulences. So this 10th chapter has got 42 slokas. No, so now starting from the 19th chapter, so it is about 24 slokas. So Krishna is giving the answer. So that's why here in the previously when Arjuna asked the question in the 8th chapter, Krishna gave the answer in 71 slokas, whereas here Krishna is giving these answers for Arjuna's question in the next 24 slokas. So in the 19th sloka, Krishna is saying that Shri Bhagavan Vacha Hantate Katayishyami Divya Atma Vibhutayaga Pradanyataga Kurusreshta Nastyanto Vistarasya Me. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Hantate Katayishyami Divyahi Atma Vibhudayaga Pradanyataga Kurusheshta Nastyanto Vistarasya Me Hantate Katayishyami. Yes, I shall explain to you in detail. I will do that. I will tell you. I will explain about my divine opulences. Divyahi Atma Vibhudayaka, my splendorous manifestations. About my divine opulences, I will explain to you. I will tell you. But I will tell you only the prominent ones. Pradanyataka. Pradanyataka means which are prominent ones. Kurusreshta, oh best among the Kurus, oh best of the Kurus, Kurusreshta. I will tell you only the prominent ones because Nastyanto Vistarasya Me. Nastyanto Vistarasya Me means there is no end to my manifestations. My opulence is unlimited, it's limitless. So I cannot tell everything because if we want to hear about Krishna's opulence, it will go on forever. It tends to infinity. That's it. That's why in the last sloka, after telling all these opulences, Krishna says in the sloka number 42, in the 10th chapter, Krishna tells that Atava bahunaitena kim jnatena tavarjuna Vishtabhyagamidam kritsam yekam sena stito jagat. Oh Arjuna, what need is there for you to know all these things? Just with a single fragment of my energy, I pervade this entire universe. Ekam sena stito jagat. Atava bahunaitena kimnyatena tavarjuna. Vishtabhyagam idam kritsam. Ekam sena stito jagat. That's what Krishna says. So Krishna's opulence is unlimited. But Krishna is at least telling his most prominent opulence, his manifestations. We are very fortunate. We are extremely fortunate to know about this directly from Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because Arjuna is asking questions, Arjuna is asking all these things, and Krishna is telling everything in detail, and we are understanding everything by Krishna's causeless mercy. So by getting this knowledge fully, not only this, in the 11th chapter, now Arjuna will, in the 11th chapter, he will ask even Krishna to show his universal form, Viswarupa. We cannot find about Krishna's Viswarupa anywhere else except this Bhagavad Gita 11th chapter. So that way this Bhagavad Gita is the most confidential knowledge, the ultimate knowledge. Just by knowing this Bhagavad Gita, understanding this fully, and just by sharing this knowledge with others and making as many devotees as possible, by Krishna's causeless mercy, we will be able to remember Krishna at the time of death and we will be able to reach Krishna. There is no doubt about this at all. Hare Krishna. By Krishna's causeless mercy, we have finished the 19th sloka in the 10th chapter today. I will stop now and we'll discuss if any questions are there. Hare Krishna.